I had a G-string the size of a jump rope. Let me tell you. It was actually breathtaking because when I put it on, it actually took my breath. But look, I had fun doing it, man. You know what I'm saying?
All my life, been grinding all my life. Sacrifice, hustle paid the price. Want a slice, got to roll the dice. That's why all my life, I've been grinding all my life. Look, all my life, been grinding all my life. Sacrifice, hustle paid the price. Want a slice, got to roll the dice. That's why all my life, I've been grinding all my life.
Hello, welcome to another edition of Club Shay. I am your host, Shannon Sharp. I'm also the proprietor of Club Shay, and the guy that's stopping by today for a conversation and a drink is one of my favorites. He's a multi-dimensional comedian, actor, author. In his bio, it says he's a Krispy Kreme connoisseur. Yeah. He's The Rock stunt double. In the business for over 35 years. He's the mayor of comedy, the legend, the homie from Atlanta now. But if you really know, you know. You got Cascade Road, you got College Point, you got East Point, you got Doug, and then you got the Swats. But this man is from none of those. He's from the bluff. My homie, the big homie, Bruce.
What's up, player? How you doing, man?
Man, I'm good. How you been?
I'm gonna be honest. I feel so sexy today.
You feel sexy?
Oh my God, this is so sexy to me.
What is it L.A.? I mean, leaving the A, coming to L.A., that's what makes you feel...
I just feel sexy, man. You know, like when I used to strip. Let me tell you something. When I was stripping, the reason I stopped, the church members came down so hard.
They came on you?
Oh my! But they was at the show.
Oh, whoa.
I was getting it to them, though. You getting it to them.
You getting it to them?
I had a G-string the size of a jump rope. Let me tell you. It was actually breathtaking because when I put it on, it actually took my breath. But look, I had fun doing it, man. You know what I'm saying?
Man, look here. Like I said, I used to come see you all the time.
All the time.
Uptown Comedy.
Yeah.
You don't have a problem making fun of yourself when it comes to weight.
Wow, man. No, I just can't, man. Because, and then when I do make fun of myself and I do see a big dude out there, I'm gonna make fun of both of us.
Right.
He don't realize it's really about him.
Right.
But when
Yeah.
right, it's really on him.
Right.
You know, I'm a big dude. You know, I work out. Believe it or not, man. I don't know what's happening, but ain't nothing happening. But I do work out. I gotta train. I do everything. But we have fun. But you just got to be comfortable within yourself and believe in yourself. Because most big people won't even go anywhere because they big.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They won't go to church because they'll sit there and look at it on the internet. But get out and do something. I don't care about you, baby. Get up and walk.
Right.
I do everything. I got to the age. I got grandkids. You know, and I just be everywhere with them, man.
But at one point in time, you were heavier. You lost the weight. Mm-hmm. And then you rebounded and got it back.
I got it back. Somehow it came back. I don't know where it came from.
So why did you lose the weight to start with?
Just doing to see can I do it.
See if you can do it.
And I'm gonna do it again.
When?
I'm gonna do it again. I'm doing it now, man. I am for real. I just got to cut out, the Snickers and the Hershey's with almonds.
Yeah.
But other than that, but I'm not a junk eater that much.
Right.
I love vegetables. I tried vegan. It didn't work, man. It's so much sugar in vegan. You be eating that vegan food. They give you chicken. It tastes like chicken. No, it don't. It do not taste like chicken. It tastes like some fruit with some sugar on it. You know what I'm saying? And you done fried it and tried to make it look like chicken.
Right.
So you just got to do the right thing. Eat the vegetables. You got to eat your salads. And then you got to be careful with salad dressings because most salad dressings is full of sugar. Right. You got to use low calorie. I had to learn all that, because the only thing black people eat is French dressing. That's all we had in our French. We didn't know nothing about no blue cheese, no none of that. Yeah. French dressing. That's it. And it got more sugar. It's like ketchup. It got more sugar than anything. So you have to learn these things as you go along on how to eat. Most important thing is going to the doctor. And then the doctor will educate you. Look, you need to cut this out. Because I go. I don't like to go, but I go. Right. I do. I don't like to go, but I go.
So you go to the doctor, and the doctor says, Bruce, you're a little on the heavier side. Mm-hmm. We need you to lose 50. We need you to lose 100 pounds over, say, the next year and a half.
Okay, I do it. And I got a female down. She don't play no games. But it seems like she want to check me every time I go in for this prostate thing. Look, man, I got a problem with that finger. You know what I'm saying? And, and we don't, the way she do it, she ain't ask me out to eat or nothing. She just, go in it and then she, oh yeah, that feel good. Then she twist her hand, go around. I said, wait a minute. If you put both hands on my shoulder, it's gonna be a problem in this room. You understand what I'm saying? It's gonna be a problem in this room. I say, but she said it feel good, and she told me what it was. Right. Cause I asked questions, and she said, I be feeling for lumps, polyps, and she said smooth, and I like when it's smooth. I said, okay, long. I said, because I thought it was something else. You back to holler, oh yeah, this feel good. I say, hey, this don't feel good to me now. This is pressure. Then they put so much gel.
Right.
Oh my God! I get to the counter, man. Look, I'm loosening. I can't even stand straight because my butt's so loose. Look here, they think I'm up there at the counter hunching. The people sitting in, waiting on the seat. I'm not hunching. I'm trying to move that gel from back. I thought I hadn't got it all out, Then I get in the car and I just slide down the seat, man. So much gel. But it's important to go.
Right.
I didn't like to go on. And I tell every man now, I'm 60 years old, man. Right. You know what I'm saying? Right. And you got to go. Things change in your body.
How long did it take you to get comfortable with being this? Have you always?
I didn't even realize it. I was so active. I'm still so active now. I didn't realize I got big until one time. My daughter said, Daddy, she seen a picture, said, who's that leaning on the back of your car? And in the picture, I was leaning on, I said, that's me. And I didn't realize I was that big. You know what I'm saying? Right. And it kind of brought something to my attention. And that's what made me just start watching with everything that I do, man, But I'm good.
You healthy, you feel good?
Yeah, healthy, feel good.
Were you a big kid?
No, not at all. You used to call me Lil Bruce. Lil Bruce, man, I used to mess with everybody. See, when I was a kid, kids don't know how to have fun. I had fun.
Right.
When I was 10 years old, 11 years old, little bitty dudes be on the corner trying to sing. Everywhere you go, somebody, I used to run between them and slap all four of them. You know what I'm saying? Because I want them to run at me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And they'll beat me up, but I didn't care. They didn't beat me up to hurt me. They just beat me up. But I didn't care because they knew it. They said, oh, here come Bruce. We know something happened.
Right.
And as a kid, I was just looking. When I graduated high school, I was gorgeous, drop dead gorgeous.
Drop dead?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Drop dead gorgeous.
You knew you were going to be a movie star.
Oh, my God. I didn't know what I was going to do.
Right.
I knew I had to help my mother.
Right.
And my mother, I was the only child she ever had. Mm-hmm. And we just, I'm not going to tell you we was homeless. We weren't homeless. I'm not going to tell that story. Everybody tell the story. We went home. We just lived in the hood, didn't have nothing. And we just had to make do. So one thing, when I got out of high school, I had to make sure we was okay.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I knew my mother was going through something. She didn't tell me, but when she sit up in that apartment and just sit there all day, she was going through something. But I understood that, and I just helped my mother. And then God just made a way.
When you were growing up, what did you want to be? Did you play sports?
I did everything. Played sports. I joined everybody. Everything I did, I joined everybody.
Right.
Everything. When I'm on the football field, I'm joining somebody. Basketball field, I'm joining somebody. Right. I got beat up. I had a girl beat me down. I didn't care.
How did the girl beat you down, bro?
Because I told her, she had a ponytail about that long. Look. And they had a rubber band around it.
How?
So I walked behind, I say, how did they do that? She say, do what? I said, make that little oxtail right there. That girl said, I'm going to kick your tail. And man, I said, you ain't going to do that. Man, that girl beat me down. I was laughing, but I didn't care.
Right.
And then she made me her boyfriend. She said, you going to be my boyfriend. So I had to be her boyfriend and carry her books every day.
After she done beat you down?
After she done beat me down. I mean, she put them hands on me too.
Right.
But I didn't care.
Right. So you played sports. So you said you joined everybody, so you always were funny.
Always.
Is that how you made friends?
Yeah, I was always funny. I had an uncle, man.
Okay.
My uncle was a baker. He taught me how to cook years ago. He was about 5'2", 5'1", about this wide, like Humpty Dumpty. Mm-hmm. He said, I'm going to teach you something, I'm going to stick with you for the rest of your life. He was the funniest man I ever met in my life.
Okay.
He was so funny. And he make wedding cakes for people. And people come over and say, we want to get married and everything. They pick out a wedding cake. And he'll look at him and say, why the hell y'all want to get married?
Right.
Like he's trying to talk him out of it, but he was joking.
Right.
But at the same time, he was serious. You know what I'm saying? He said, well, I'm going to make this cake for you, do it. He was the baddest dude. He used to go by the name of the Sweetbread Man.
Okay.
And he was a bad dude, man. And he was just the funniest dude I ever know. And that's who I kind of mimic after my uncle, because he raised me.
Right.
My dad left when I was 5, and my uncle said, you ain't got to worry about your dad. You got old uncle.
Right.
And I never thought about my dad.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Did you ever reconnect with your father?
I did when I was 40. I found him when I was 40.
Was he in the A?
He was in the A. He was in there. I knew he was ex-military. He was in the Air Force, and he was a medic. And then when I found out he was an anesthesiologist, he was a doctor.
Okay.
And we connect, and he was on the defense. When I met him, he was on the defense. I met him down at Gladys Chicken and Waffle. You remember that? Mm-hmm. And he looked like he was just ready for me. Whatever I was going to throw at him, he was ready. Right. I said, man, how you doing? Good to see you.
Did he know who you were?
He knew exactly who I was.
Okay.
And I said, I just want to see you. I said, I got 3 kids. You got 3 grandkids. So I came at him in a way he thought
you came at
he thought I was
diffused the whole situation.
Oh, man, yeah. And then I could see him just getting relieved. He said, man, I'm so proud of you. I don't know what to do, man. I said, I just wanted to see you, man. I just wanted to see. Didn't want nothing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And he was cool, and I stayed in touch with him till he passed away about, mother's been dead 13. He's been dead about 17 years. And I connected with him, and we was cool.
The NFL season is going strong, and DraftKings Sportsbook is hooking new customers up with an offer that's even stronger. Bet $5 on any game this week to score $200 instantly in bonus bets. And DraftKings isn't stopping there. All customers can take advantage of a sweetener offer every game day this October. Get in on game day greatness. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now and use code Shannon. New customers can score $200 instantly in bonus bets when you bet $5 on the NFL. That's code Shannon only on DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL. The crown is yours.
Yeah.
High school, you joined and you play sports. When did you realize that comedy was going to be your ticket out?
Let me tell you this. I got a job. I used to always be in a restaurant. And I was a young manager, man. I was 18 years old.
We're not surprised by that.
Yeah. I was a bad dude. I can cook like a mother. Oh, yeah, I can throw down.
What?
Yes, sir. Not only can I eat, I can cook it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But I was 18 and I hired this guy.
Okay.
I never forget this. That's why I be telling people, when you believe in God, God will put people in place for you. I hired this guy, and older guy. He said he used to work for the company years ago. It was a barbecue restaurant.
Okay.
So I'm in the kitchen clowning. I'm in there with the dishwasher. I'm clowning. I'm the manager, youngest manager. He kept staring at me. He used to look at me all the time. And I said, what's wrong? He said, you need to go on stage. Like that. I like, go on stage. He said, I'm telling you. So he said, I'm going to bring you something tomorrow. He brought me an album, and it was him. He was a comedian.
What?
And he was a comedian with another guy. He went by Reverend Mule. And the other guy went by Dr. Arrowhead. And it was called Reverend Mule and Dr. Arrowhead. And the name of the album was called So You Want to Know Baseball. And Mule was standing there with a tree in his hand like a baseball bat.
Right.
And Arrowhead was in the catcher's position. And he said, I'm telling you, he was ex-Navy. He said, don't waste your life. He said, you can get away from this. He said, you need to go on stage. And that's when I knew it was time for me to make some. And he wrote my first set for me.
Really?
He wrote my first set. And his name was Reverend Mule, but his real name was Willie Dismuke. And I'm talking about extremely funny. He said, don't stay around this restaurant. He's going to say, he said, you're going to be on and off a plane. He said, I can see it already. And my life is here.
So were you nervous?
Of course. I'm nervous now, Shannon.
Really?
Oh, I'm nervous when I go on now. But once I hit that stage.
Something happened.
Oh, my God. Something just clicked in my mind. I just enjoy performing in front of people and making people laugh. Some people, a lot of people you're not going to please. Especially when you change your style a little bit.
Right.
You change your style. More people get mad. A lady got mad at me in Fort Lauderdale a couple of weeks ago, and what I did, we reached out and I apologized. I said, I'm sorry, but it is what it is.
Right.
You know, so I'm sorry, but she was fine. And I think she just wanted me to give her some free.
So where was the first? What was it like when you got up there for the very first time? You say you're nervous. Did you like, man, I sure hope they don't boo. I hope they like me.
Oh, yeah, you go through that, man. When I first started going on stage, I was going to a comedy club in Atlanta called the Comedy Act Theater.
Okay.
It was on Peachtree and 8th. They done built condos there now. And they had this host there. He never, ever liked me.
Okay.
You know, he looked at me when he first saw me. He just didn't like, he never would put me up. We had to come in, you sign a list 1 through 10.
Right.
You do 5 minutes each, and then the feature come up, then the headliner.
Right.
And they'll be like, hey, we'll be here all week.
Right.
So I signed number 4.
Okay.
He skipped over me. Every week. This went on for like 6 months. He skipped over me. I went to him, I said, hey, man, I come here every week and sign the list. Why don't you put me up? Now, I'm working a job. I'm working at Frito-Lay potato chip.
Right.
Driving the truck down there. Didn't supposed to drive the truck down there. I got the truck parked out in front of the comedy club because my car was broke.
Right.
And Doug Carey said, I don't know who driving that potato chip truck out there. They gonna fire your ass, you know.
Oh, DC.
And this dude never would put me up, man. I went to him like a man. I said, hey, man, you never put me up. What's wrong, man? Yeah, man, what's up, man? Everybody come in. He just brushed me off.
Right.
I said, look, am I going to have to go to the man on you? Because I'm coming to you as a man. So what he did, He waited till they put the 10 comedians up. Then the featured headliner did about 5 minutes each.
Right.
Then everybody got ready to go. He said, "Hey, we got this fat dude coming up here."
Come on, bro.
Oh my God! I said, "Wait a minute." He said he got honey buns in his pocket. He's killing me when I came on stage. He killing me, right? And so I go. I say, hey, I walk into the stage. I say, "Everybody, don't leave, don't leave." It's like 400 people in there.
Right.
They came back and sat down.
Right.
And he used to go by this name of the chocolate hippie.
Yeah.
And I say, "Hey, man," because nobody would never join him back. He always joined him back. But I challenged him. I came out and said, "Man, you go by the chocolate hippie." I said, "I'm looking at you. I'm from this bluff right here on Bankhead. You like a chocolate sissy to me." Like that. And they go like, "Whoa," because nobody had never ever challenged him.
Okay.
And I got on, and so I went on stage, and this dude came up and said, "Man, look at this fat dude. He in the front row." And I say, "Man, is that shirt silk or you ironed it too much?" Like that. That was a joke. And everybody like, "Oh, this dude is funny."
Right.
So then I went into the truck drive. I do a truck driver that can't read.
Right.
I used to do church jokes about preachers. This first, like I told you, this comedian that wrote for me. He wrote a joke about a midget up under the pulpit reading for the preacher.
Right.
And the preacher couldn't read, so the midget would read for him.
Right.
And I did that joke, and I ripped it. And from then on, hey man, it was really good. Then he come, when I get off stage, he gonna come at, "Yeah, man, I'm just tell you, man, you really funny, man." I said, "Look, man, let's clear something up." I said, "You don't like me and I don't like you." I said, "The only thing I want you to do, just respect me. When I come and sign a list, just put me up."
Right.
It's just that simple. I ain't got to be your friend, but I just want to go up. But I could have easily walked away, Shannon.
Right.
I could have easily walked away and said, "You know what? Forget this. I ain't gonna be no comedian." But I had that tunnel vision, man. I said, "I'm gonna do this."
Right.
And I knew it was for me. When I went on stage that first time, I knew that's where I should have been my whole entire life.
So how old were you when you?
Oh my God, Shannon, I think I was married to my first wife. She was putting me through. She said, "You'll never make it."
Huh?
She said, "You'll never."
She doubted you?
Yeah, she said, "You'll never." I said, "Girl, I see you on TV." I said, "If you ever see me waving, I'm waving at you." I used to tell her that, man.
Right.
But you can't let people dictate your life. You ain't got to accept what people tell you.
Right.
You understand what I'm
Right.
saying? So I went up and but when I was going up, she came down to see me one time. "Them people ain't laughing at you. They laughing at you because you fat." I said, "No, they're not. They laughing at my jokes." You know what I'm saying? But it didn't work out with us, and that's good. We got 3 kids. They're very grown now.
Right.
Very grown kids. I love them, and I had to move on.
What was it like when you got that very first laugh? You're on stage.
Oh my God.
Is that the drug? Is that the high that you chased from that moment on?
Yes, sir. That was the high, man. I mean, and I thought about it all night. When you get that first laugh when I got home, I'm like, oh my God. It was so good. So what I started doing, I started taping myself. Bought a little tape recorder, Radio Shack. Didn't have no money.
Right.
And just started listening to it. And I'm driving a Frito-Lay truck and I'm critiquing myself.
Right.
And I'm listening to what people laugh at and the hardest.
Right.
So I know how to go with the joke and take my voice up. or
Right,
down.
right.
You know what I'm saying? And I look at and listen to it. And so I used to let this lady at a convenience store listen to it. Her name was Carol. She was from up north. She said, "You're funny." And she was a white lady. And she said, "You're very funny." And she said, "I like the joke about such." She said, "But do this, do that." She was helping me.
Right.
And every time I go down on stage every week, everybody said, "Man, what, you got a joke machine at home or
Right.
something?" I said, "No, man, I'm just reviewing everything I do to try to make it better.
Right.
Better and better." And it just worked out, man, and things just started happening. Man, and it's been really good for me.
So cadence is the setup, the cadence in which you get ready to deliver.
Mm-hmm.
You raise your voice, melt, and then you bam.
Kill them. And see, people got on the stage, your delivery and your character, it's just how you deliver a joke. I can say a joke right here, and I can say like, "Man, you need your ass kicked." People are like, I said, "But if you need your ass kicked." Yeah. So if I put that emphasis on it,
right.
People are like, "Oh my God," So you just got to know when to use it and how to use it. In order to learn that, you got to be on stage.
Right.
You got to be on stage to listen to the crowd.
Right.
Because most comedians go by, how many women in there? Any women in there?
Right.
Because they want to do their best, having sex with a girl joke, something like that. It don't matter. If it's funny,
it's funny. Right.
People gonna laugh.
Right.
No matter how you look, you can be the ugliest dude in the world.
Right.
If you funny, people gonna laugh.
So growing up in the neighborhood, you like, okay, I want to do something. I want to help my mom. Did you know what you wanted to do to help your mom? You just knew you wanted to do something.
Yeah, I knew I had to do something, man, to help her. And one thing, I just did the very best I could. And I wanted to quit my job.
Okay.
Working at Frito-Lay, I used to sell a bag and eat 3 bags. And everybody, man, because black people are so stuck on a good job.
Right. Yeah, man.
Oh my God.
You got a good job? Why you want to leave?
You better not quit that good job. Good job. My aunt took it to the Lord in prayer. Lord Jesus, he get ready to quit that good job. I said, in the morning. I said, I'm quitting in the morning. But my mother said something to me that made so much sense.
Okay.
She said, if you quit your job, you can always get another job.
Right.
I didn't think of it like that.
Right.
She said, you're not no dummy. And when I quit, I tell you when I quit, Shannon, I took a 30-day leave of absence. I had to use a strategy.
Right.
Because I just couldn't quit. I said, I got approved for my 30-day leave of absence, and I was transferring my truck to my supervisor. Okay. And he said, man, let me ask you, coming back? I said, I want you to look at me real good. I said, next time you see me, I'll be on TV. I said, no, I'm not coming back.
Right.
And I had $20 in my pocket, and I had $30 in the credit union. I told my buddy, I said, come get me. Stop me by the bank machine. I'm going to get you $20 out, and you just drop me off. He said, okay. We go by the bank machine. I get the $20 out. I gave him the 20. My beeper went off. Back then, see, young kid, I'm running.
Yeah.
My beeper went off. Dude called me and said, man, where you working at this week? I said, I'm working for you. I ain't never looked back.
Wow.
I ain't never looked back. And it's been great for me, man. And I have helped so many comedians.
When you write, Bruce, when you're writing a set, how do you go about sitting down and like, okay, whether you got 30 minutes, 45 minutes, normally you headline a lot, so you're probably going to do somewhere between 30 and 45 minutes.
Yeah.
How do you go about sitting down writing that set?
Actually, I don't do it. I just freestyle it. I go on stage and do it. So the only person I know can really sit down and write is Don D.C. Curry, one of the best writers I've ever met and been friends with for the last 35, 40 years.
Right.
He can sit down and write it, man. But me, I go on stage and I just work it out.
Really?
I just go work it out. I think of something in my head, but then I go on stage and just work it out. You know, like I was telling my sister-in-law the other day, how I had to use the bathroom.
Right.
You know, I had to took a laxative, and then I went and got me a smoothie with almond milk in it, and almond milk make you go, player. You know what I'm saying? And I'm getting close to the house, and I couldn't hold it. I'm breathing like I'm pregnant. I'm trying to keep it together. You know what I'm saying? And then when I get to the house, you know, when you hit it, glue, they were laughing, and then you got that little ding. That's all you got. Glue. I'm holding on to the walls and everything. Then that little ding. That's all that comes. So like that, I can milk it.
Right.
I can make a joke out because it's fun. It's real life.
Right. So is that what comedians do? They take real life situations and make them funny.
Absolutely.
But
man.
the thing is, but Bruce, I'm listening at you and you say, well, I don't write anything down. I just like, you memorize things that have happened to you maybe that day, maybe that week, maybe that month, and you go up and you's like, okay, here. I
go do it, man. It's either gonna work or it's not, but you can make it work. Now what I do, I forget stuff sometimes, so I record it on my phone. I'm like, racist dude in Ralph grocery store.
Right.
And when I say that and I hear it, I know where to go with it.
Right.
You know, because, you know, in the South, you know, you're from the South, you know what I'm talking. It's a lot of racism, and racism is stupid. Right. You know, I remember I went to buy a bus one time, look at the bus. A white guy said, well, you know, I don't have the key to the bus. I said, but you're costing him. This is your life. He did not want to show it to us. Right. You know what I'm saying? But right then I knew, you know, we need to go and exit and go somewhere. I'm not going to argue with this dude because he's stupid. Right. You know what I'm saying? And racism is nothing that's in you, it's something that's taught to you. And it's nothing, like when I was in a restaurant years ago, just real quick, I had a manager named Jerry Fowler. He had like the Oak Ridge Boys, you know, Jordache, members on the jacket, cowboy boots, you know that kind of thing. I do. He had a little son, him and my son was the same age. And he was a white guy. And his son and my son got along so well. Right. And they didn't see color. They saw two friends. So his son get home one night and say, Daddy, can I ask you something? He said, Antoine is my son. He said, is that my cousin? Because he didn't know. Right. But he knew they got along. He said, no, that's not your cousin. That's your soul brother. Right. You know what I'm saying? Right. And because we need to quit teaching our kids this racism, because when they grow up, they learn the truth. Right. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's why you can get a white baby and a black baby right now, put them in the room, they'll play all day. Think they cousins. Right. Until that redneck coming out, get that baby out of here. Don't you bring him in here no more. And I mean that. The black baby like, why y'all taking my cousin? Right. So people are people. People got to understand it's bad and good in every race of people. So
where are you on because there have been a lot about joke stealing.
Oh my God, I see it all the time. If somebody steals someone's joke and I see them, I know who they got it from. That's how long I've been in the business. That's how I sometimes I had to remind comedians of their jokes they ain't did in a long time.
Right.
Like Arnaz J, funny, jump around. I said, Arnaz, you don't do that joke no more. But I said, he said, man, I forgot about that joke. Like that, you know. I said, start back doing it. It's funny.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because he used to do a joke about somebody smelling real bad.
Right.
You know, and you're like, damn, what the fuck, you didn't wash your hands? You know what I'm saying? And then he saw it and he went and did it. He did all race of people. He did like a redneck, then he did a Spanish dude, then he did an African dude. Right. And he walked up to the African dude, he said, is it you or is it me? You know, because
right.
He didn't know which one of them stayed.
Right.
And he brought that back, and it's funny.
Right.
Because a lot of comedians, they get tired of the joke, but everybody hadn't saw the joke.
Right.
You know what I mean? So they just need to keep doing it.
What about now, though, Bruce? You used to tell a joke, and you could tell that joke damn near for a year.
Yes.
Because there was no social media, and they only saw you when you came to that town.
Absolutely.
Now with social media, you basically got to flip that joke weekly because everybody is they taping your set when you come there, and the internet is gonna pick up everything. So you told that joke last week, get a new joke.
And what's crazy, it could be that one person.
Yeah.
Just say, I heard that before. And it's not the same joke, it's just something that was similar to it.
Right.
And they'll be like, yeah, he did say that before. They'll just jump on the bandwagon.
Right.
But the thing with social media is with these new comedians, what I want to encourage them to do, I know you're funny on the internet and everything, but have more than you see on social media.
Right.
Have more than that 5 minutes.
Right.
Because when people come out and see you, they want to see 35, 40 minutes. And a lot of comedians, they can do 35, 40 minutes, but are you funny that whole entire time?
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So a lot of them have got on them, like Country Wayne, he started out, he's doing very well.
Right.
And his show is very good, and I'm proud of him. But a lot of them just got that 10 minutes.
Right.
And that's it. When you come out and see, you're like,
that's
it.
it.
On social media, wait a minute, what? We spent money for this?
Right.
You know, so we just got to keep creating.
Right.
You know, all you do is watch the news. I knew a comedian, he'd read the paper. Before he do his show, he'd read the paper and just do everything he just read in the paper. Every time.
Right.
That's how great he was.
Right.
You know, and I worked with some of the greats, Rudy Ray Moore, you know, and a lot of young people don't know about it, you know, Bernie Mac.
Bad Bernie.
Oh my God. Ronaldo Ray, who was my mentor on BET Comedy, helped me do a lot. You know, I do a joke. Ronaldo said, look, when you go out there, he said, turn your body to the right a little bit. He said, look that way and tell the joke. And I swear it worked every time. Every time. That's how great he was.
Right.
And so it's good to experience. Ronaldo Ray and John Witherspoon grabbed me up under their wing and they took me because they saw something in me.
Right.
And that's what I do. I get comedians and keep them encouraged because people got to understand, especially parents, you all have got to quit saying certain things to your kids because you're crushing their dreams.
Right.
You're crushing their spirit. Like my aunt said, Bruce gonna be a doctor. Bruce gonna be a lawyer. I knew I wasn't gonna be no doctor. I knew damn well I wasn't gonna be no lawyer. Right. My uncle said he gonna be a damn fool because my uncle was my partner, but he knew. But I knew that. But quit telling these kids what they can't do.
That's what they want you to be. You know, somebody tell you, oh, I want you to be this, you can be that. That's not what I want to be. That's what you want me to be.
Right.
When did your big break come?
I don't even think I got it yet, man. Like they say you have 15 minutes of fame. I still think I got 2 more minutes left.
You got 10 more minutes left?
I got 2 more. I have so much fun just making people laugh and selling shows out. It's just the best thing ever happened in the world to me. I can remember when I was working for Frito-Lay and I looked at the magazine and I saw Bernie Mac. And Bernie Mac was, he had on a pink suit with black in it, was sharp. I said, oh my God, I want to be just like that dude. You know, I wanted to be like Bernie. He was selling shows and I had saw him in person and he was doing very well. And, you know, then they said at that time he was getting like 10 grand a show. I'm like, 10 grand? Brother, give you 10 grand to stand on stage and tell jokes? Right. And I'm like, this is unbelievable. But it's here. Right. It's here.
You, the audition, Def Comedy Jam, Showtime at the Apollo. So what was the auditions like on that? Because you know, if you knock it out the park here.
Oh, you know, Def Jam, you smooth sailing. You rip it on Def Jam. You in the air, man. Right. And I was so scared, man. Oh my God, I was scared.
Why were you so nervous? Because you had already done.
Let me tell you why, Shannon. You know, like we Southern boys. Right. All right. But when you get up north to New York, first thing like, this country motherfucker. Yeah. They say that, this country. And I say, look, wait a minute, I'm country, but let me do my thing. Right. I would never forget when I did the Apollo and Steve Harvey was hosting. Right. And I walked out and Steve said, I'm gonna let y'all know now, y'all better put your seatbelts on with this guy right here, because I'm letting you know he gonna let you have it. And I was known for like messing with the crowd and everything. And I came out there and he said, all this country mother. I walked out, I killed him. I mean, after I rubbed that log, when I came out, you rubbed that log? Yeah. Let me tell you, Steve came back, he said, So y'all wasn't ready for him. Right. But I jumped, they gave me the respect. I had to earn it. Right. But they automatically gave people from up north love. Right. But if you say Birmingham, Atlanta, Florida, Tennessee, this country, man. And they got to understand, it's not like that in the South. People think we still living in red clay mud.
Yeah, driving the horse and buggy.
Yeah, horse and buggy. You coming down. We're not doing it. People living in mansions in the South.
But you know what, Bruce? You one of the few comedians. You chop it up with the audience. You get on them.
I have to, man.
He with you? You should have left him at home.
Oh, that's right. You leave him now. Especially because one lady got mad at me. I was in Greenville, South Carolina. I never forget this. And she kept talking out loud. And the way this stage, I was on the stage. Stage was an oval shape. Right. And it was seats all around the stage. Right. And then it was the tables and stuff behind. But she kept talking out loud.
So you could hear her while you on stage.
And so I ignored. I'm doing my jokes. And I said, hey, can you hold it down? I said, I'll be up shortly. I said, how did you learn how to whisper in a helicopter? Like that. She like, my husband don't talk to me like that. And she said something. She said I called her a bitch, and I didn't. Because I don't do that to women. Right. I never use the N-word. Right. You know what I'm saying? Right. And I say, I call you a bitch. I said, if I did, I'm sorry. I said, but let me be the first to shake your hand. To call you a bitch. and I made it, I flipped it on her. Yeah. But she kept talking. I kind of gave my crew the signal. I said, get out of here, because she just kept talking, and I had to just get out of there. But I apologized to her. I said, I'm gonna give you your money back and everything, but this is what I want you to do. Don't ever come to a show again if you're gonna do all that loud talking in front of people, because it's disrespectful. Right. But it's good, man. I have fun.
But where are you now? Are you afraid after what transpired a couple of years ago at the Oscars? Are you afraid about people running up on stage if you were to say something?
Let me tell you something now, Shannon. Come on now. Now I'm gonna do you like you didn't. Come on now, Shannon. Come on. It wouldn't happen to a brother. Will Smith would have never ran up on Trick Daddy like that. If Trick Daddy said the same thing, he'd have hesitated. Right. So you don't run up on no fool. Trick Daddy gonna let you have it. He could have ran up on me or you like that. Yeah. And Chris Rock is my boy. I love him with all my
Chris
heart.
$130.
Yeah, I never. 129. Then a $130 when you put your clothes on. You know what I'm saying? But he took it and he kept it professional. Right. But I bet something in his mind was like, you lost your fucking mind. Right. You know what I'm saying? And when Will slapped it, he went across. He didn't go like, pow. It was from the shoulders all the way to the floor. Yeah. And he wouldn't have did that to me, because it'd have been a fight in there. I'm gonna tell you, I'd have put him in the sleeper hold. And if I got that second win, he'd have went out. He'd have went out. You can't do a man like that. He could have handled that in a better way.
I believe so.
And actually, I thought Will was coming up to joke with him. Right. The way it looked like he was gonna come up and joke with him, because Chris said, "Here come Richard." Like that. You know, he said, he thought he was joking as well. Right. And Will cocked him. Right. You know what I'm saying? And he apologized later, and I never met Will, don't get me wrong. And only thing I've heard about Will was great things. Right. I've heard great things about him. But when I saw that, woo, even the white people were like, oh, no, we don't do that at the Oscars. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Right. And he lost a lot of money behind it.
Right, of course.
He lost a lot of money behind it. But I'd have had to come out that suit, player. You know, if I had that tuxedo on.
So you don't worry about it. So you don't worry about it anymore, because, like I said, you do chop it up with the crowd. You will get on what people are wearing, what their hair look like, what their shoes look like. Yeah. So you don't worry about that.
No, not at all. Not at all.
Man, see? Yeah. So Comic View.
Yeah, I was the host of Comic View.
Yeah, but see, is that where you say that's what really put Bruce into the stratosphere?
Man. Comic View broke the ice for me. And then the thing was, I supposed to got it years before. See, I say this all the time. Everything is done in divine order. Okay. I supposed to did it like 7 years before I didn't get it. Right. I was a little upset about it, but I said, you know what? I'm gonna keep it moving. The year that I got it was the best year. It was the best ratings. I made more money than anybody on that show. They gave me money for my clothes to be made, which they have never did.
Right.
And it was the best year. And then Ronaldo Ray was like the best coach I ever had in my life to guide me and do a lot of things. And it broke the ice. And I know after I did that for the next 10 years, I was doing nothing but sellouts.
Right.
From Comic View.
Right.
And then the next year, they came back with the Caliente. And I was the party girl in New Orleans.
Right.
And they came with Caliente, and it wasn't going so well, and they called me back to do it again.
Right.
And I did that, and I say, where's Ronaldo Ray? And they say, you want him? I said, yes. And the next day, he was getting out the car. He said, I appreciate you bringing me back. And it did well. And then I did BET Coming to the Stage. When I hosted that, when the new comedian was being introduced, and I host that show, they did well. So BET I got to give them thumbs up.
Right.
Even for my career. Even if they never do that with me ever again, I give them an A because they put me on the map.
Do you think something like that would rate again? Could they do something like a Def Comedy Jam or a Comic View?
Absolutely. And I think it'll work too. I think it'll work. But the comedians gonna have to bring their A game.
Right.
They can't do all this crazy. See, comedians do a lot of things now that you have to see. Back in the day when we was coming up, we listened.
Right.
We used to listen to Richard Pryor. We listened to Bill Cosby. We listened to Red Fox. Kids, I'm in the hood. Kids thought I was crazy because I used to listen to Milton Berle. Because Milton was quick. He was witty. And he'll sit there like he'll just laugh and laugh on the roast, but then when it's time for him to roast, he will bring the noise.
Is it now? You look at a lot of comedians now. A lot of theirs are skit based.
Yeah.
The old comedians, you guys don't really do skits.
No.
You just bring it from the top.
We're gonna make it funny, man. Just like I do a joke about when they give away food at the mall on toothpick.
Yeah.
Right. And I keep walking past the lady. You know, I did it, walk past about 12 times. She said, haven't you been here? I said, lady, shut up. The food is free. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know, you giving the food away, it doesn't matter who gets it.
Right.
But people can relate to that because they know every time you're in the mall, they got the little bourbon chicken up or something like that.
Yes,
you go by.
yes.
And I just walked by and then came down making a different face like I'm somebody else, making a different face like I'm somebody else. They say, you've been by here. Don't worry about it. It's food is free. So that's the kind of stuff I like.
You mentioned Steve when you went to the Apollo and he was the host.
Yeah.
And Steve, I've has a lot of comedians on, and everybody speak of this man in glowing terms of how he's helped them. Quake talked about how he said, look, Quake on the comedy club, he had Steve Harvey and blah, 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 and the ticket sales weren't what they're supposed to be.
Right.
He said Steve told him to give everybody their money back. This is what we're going to do in the morning. So they read on the radio show the next morning, brought everybody donuts and coffee, and they promoted the show. Said the entertainer. Told us, hey, Steve got me on TV, said, I want this guy right here. He's a buddy of mine. Did Steve partake any wisdom? What is Steve meant to you?
Yes, sir. Let me tell you. And Steve was straight up. I mean, it was straight, no chase.
Yeah.
And I never forget, I went to the Apollo and Steve said, this is what I want you to do. He said, when people come out and see you, give them something back. And he said, I want you to start dressing in suits. He said, you're a big dude. He said, you look good in suits. And I had on some Sean John sweatshirt.
Yeah.
He said, man, that stuff right there good when you're traveling.
Right.
He said, you get on a plane, you going to another city.
Right. You can be comfortable.
He said, but on stage, he said, no, that's why I started wearing suits. Okay. And he took me up in his dressing room. He showed me the suits he had, the gaiters he had on the floor.
Right.
I said, well, I guess I can. And I was like, I ain't gonna wear no suits on stage. You know what I'm saying? And he said, just do it. And I kept listening to him. And I did it, and it just changed my whole life.
Right.
And he always gave you wisdom on how you should do, how you should dress, how you should handle yourself in public.
Right.
And Steve always kept good dudes around him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like he got a bodyguard named Boomerang that's been with him for years and years and years.
Yep.
And Boom like, hey man, just listen to what he got to say and everything we got. So I'm gonna do it. And when I did it, it just changed my whole life.
Right.
So I gotta give big ups to Steve, man. You know, I call him Uncle Steve, and he knows what he's talking about. And it's proven facts now. Because Steve can really do more than that on Family Feud, but he can't do that much because some stage his face will tell you everything he really want to say. You know what I'm saying? Because people say some stupid stuff on there. He'd be like, what did he just say? But Family Feud have not been the same since Steve started hosting that show. Yeah.
when you got your first big money, what did you splurge on?
You know, I like cars, Shannon.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I love Buicks.
Okay.
I collect old Buick. I got a collection of Buick. I got a bunch of cars.
Okay.
And I got...
you got a Grand National?
Yeah. And I got rid of... But I got a 63 Riviera, fully restored. I got a 69 Riviera. I got a 70 Riviera.
Okay.
I got a 70 Wildcat convertible. I got a 68 Skylark convertible. I got a 68 Skylark hardtop. I got a Deuce and a quarter, 68 Deuce and a quarter.
Yeah, better than Deuce and a quarter.
You
can't drive that. You crank it up, you have a tank.
Hey, the Deuce and a quarter, the seat's so big like you're sitting on the sofa.
Yeah.
You and your grandma.
To the old, they don't know about that electric 225.
Oh my
They call it Deuce and a quarter.
Yeah, Deuce and my granddad said Deuce and 1/4. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I got these cars are fully restored.
Right.
And I keep them, and people don't even know I have them, but it's for my pleasure.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And
is that something that you always wanted?
always wanted. My granddad used to tell me, "Look at boy, when you get your car, get your Buick now.
Yeah.
Get your Buick.
Better buy a Buick,
Yeah, you're
buddy.
an old player. My granddad was black like the Ace of Spades with royal blue eyes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And we didn't know he was a player until he died. Because about 20 children showed up. Oh, that's my daddy, that's my dad. My grandmother sitting there with that purse. You know how they had that purse strap.
Right, yeah.
That strap closed in the middle. You all remember that?
Yeah.
But he was a player. He about 6'5", good looking Joe. But he was my man though.
How competitive is the comedy business now? Are there any backstabbing going on?
Not that I know of, because I don't participate.
Right.
I come in, I do a job, and
are you friends with any of them?
Oh yeah, friends with all of them. I'm friends with everybody. Everybody used to always try to say me and Lavelle Crawford had beef. We never had beef.
Right.
Never had beef. And one time he got mad about something, and he commented on social media. So I ended up seeing him in Vegas, and I was doing the Shaq All-Star, and they said, Lavelle, I said, tell him to come here. And he walked in and said, what's up, man? I said, look, pull out your phone. He pulled out his phone. I said, put my number in your phone. And he put his number in. I said, now, if you ever have a problem, just call me.
Right.
I said, because people blow stuff out of proportion.
Right.
And I say, none of this is true. I said, so just call me. And ever since then, we've been tight as a draw. Tight as a draw. And he funny.
Yeah, hey, Lavelle Crawford my side now.
Hey, man. Oh, yeah. No, he's still a little bigger than you. You know, he my butler. He funny, though. Oh, my God. He's funny, man.
He's very funny.
Yeah.
Let me ask you a question. If I say, Bruce, I need you to give me your Mount Rushmore comedians. Okay, I'm gonna let you go because I think it's a little bit difficult because you got the old era. So I'm gonna let you do the old era and I'm gonna let you do this gen. So if I give you Mount Rushmore, the old school, who you gonna put on that?
It'd be Richard Pryor.
Pryor,
Red Fox.
Bill Cosby,
Milton Berle.
That's all you get. You get 4.
Mom's Maybe.
No, you don't get 4. That's Mount Rushmore.
Okay.
You get 4 heads.
Okay.
Right, damn, you
now new.
How was school? You was good at school, math?
Not that good.
Okay, bye.
I mean, I didn't change class. I just stayed in the room.
Yeah,
You know the
K through 12.
Well, how did y'all later?
Okay, this generations.
Who makes me laugh? Tony Roberts.
Okay.
DC Young Fly.
Okay.
Mike Epps.
Okay.
And one more. He's not old, but he's not new, but he's old school. Is D.L. Hughley.
Yeah.
I love D.L., man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
These guys, the comedians now, man, but when you're the first guy that came out here, because normally when I have comedians on, I've had quite a few. I think I had about 6 or 7, right, CJ? Had about 6 or 7 on. They always talk about Chappelle. How has Chappelle been able to do and go to the heights? He walked away from his show. Mm-hmm. He said, I just needed a break because I found out they were laughing at me, not with me. Mm-hmm. And he came back, and he's bigger, double, quadruple what he was when he left.
Well, Dave Chappelle is very clever, and he's not a dummy. Very smart. Now, the walking away. You can walk away when you got $50 million in the bank.
Right.
Okay?
Yeah.
If you ain't got no money, you ain't walking nowhere.
I don't walk away, turn around and come right back.
You can walk to that microphone and say, why did the chicken cross the road? You know what I'm saying? So, I love Dave. We're good friends. Dave have came and saw me at different shows. I've seen Dave. Dave is brilliant.
Yeah.
He's brilliant at what he do.
The way he could tell a story.
Oh, my God.
His monologue at Saturday Night Live might have been the greatest monologue I had ever seen on that show.
And they was trying to boycott him. Like, he did some, I think he did a joke on on the was it the gay crew?
Yeah,
and
the
they
trans.
was trying. They was like, we don't want him on that show, and then he went on there and just ripped it.
He did.
He lets nothing bother him.
Yeah.
If he do, he never let us know.
Because they can't take anything that's important from him.
Not at all.
Because he walked away, like you said, he walked away from 50 million.
Oh, yeah.
And if he does a show, it's going to sell out in 5 minutes anyway.
Absolutely.
So everything that you could possibly take, you could take Hollywood. He don't want it.
That's right.
He had it, and he walked away from it.
He walked away from 50 million, but he also had 50 million in the bank. So,
so it's easy to come back.
It's easy to give. If you got 50 million, you could be like, you know what? Fuck this.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, he was just winning, regroup, and got himself together.
Right.
But it's just like LeBron James.
Right.
I met LeBron when he was 17, he was in high school. But if something is bothering LeBron, you don't know it. He never showed it.
He doesn't.
I'm sure at home, I'm sure at home his wife see him break down and why. But in the public, LeBron don't even phase it.
Right.
And I'm a LeBron James fan, die hard.
Me too.
Die hard.
Yeah.
They gonna talk about him in the fourth. He played the whole 48 minutes and hit 40 points. He can't do it by himself.
Right.
AD just didn't show up. I think he needs to trim it a little bit. If he trimmed that eyebrow right
just a little bit?
Just a little bit. He can separate it. His eyes open up. I hope we don't get up about that. I want to see this.
I look at the comedians, and it started way back. You look at Cosby, did TV. You look at Red Fox. You saw Pryor. You see all the top comedians do television set. Entertainer, D.L. Hughley, Steve Harvey, a lot of them guys. What is it? Do you think your weight held you back?
I think so. That's a very good question. I think so. Because people think you can't do it. Yeah. But we have to prove ourselves.
Right.
Got to prove ourselves. It's like black people. We have to be overqualified.
Right.
To do a job.
To get the marginal job.
Right. And I think and I think people are scared now. Oh, I hope you don't fall out on stage. But what about the skinny people falling out on stage?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna create my own.
Right.
And I'm gonna make it my own.
Right. Because I saw you. I mean, you've been The Wash with Snoop Dogg and Dr. Dre.
And when I did that movie, let me tell you, I was so scared I didn't know what to do. That was my first movie. Didn't know what to do. But I wanted to be more agile in that movie.
Right.
Snoop was like, let him do it. You know, I wanted to roll on the ground and act like I was super cop. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But they kind of just, we don't want to do that. But Snoop and Dre was like, let him do it, man. Let it be him.
Right.
But I was very nervous when I did that movie. And if I ever get a chance to do it again, I'm going to rip it. I'm going to rip it.
You look at, I'm talking about commercial stars I'm talking about like a Kevin Hart.
Yeah.
I mean, K. Hart is.
He the man. And I can remember he was getting ready to quit. He was getting to a point where he said, man, nothing is happening for me. I say, a lot of time it don't happen on your time.
Right.
I say, just hang in there. It's going to happen for you.
Right.
And probably within the next year, he just popped. He just blew up.
Right.
But he deserved it. Kevin was a good guy.
He's a hard worker. He is a great guy.
Yeah.
Chris Rock, the special. What'd you think about it?
I like it, man. I didn't like they cut out the part with Will. They showed it the very first time.
Right.
But then afterwards, they cut the part out with Will. They should let him tell the story.
Right. It happened.
It happened. The whole world.
It's kind of like they banned any books.
Yeah.
They don't want to tell the history. It happened.
It happened. That's right. It happened.
And because you cut it out, don't mean it didn't happen.
I had a friend in Europe come and say, did he just slap him?
Right.
On the stage? Because they saw it first, the time difference. He said, did he just? I said, yeah, it just happened. Show it. Let him talk about it.
Right.
And I think Will come around.
Right.
I think he's gonna come around and apologize. When you got a woman that don't really like you, you got.
God, hold on. Time out. You're not the first man that said this.
I'm on now. I don't think she does. I think.
But damn, how they gonna be married all these years? At some point in time,
I think she liked the lifestyle. Now, who's she gonna marry with that much money? Oprah. Hey, Oprah ain't gonna have her. You understand what I'm saying? I mean, and then she's mean.
Is she? Well, I don't know anything about it, so I'm just.
Well, I don't know anything about it. I could just see it in her face. For her to sit there, see, a real woman would have said, "Hey, don't get up and do that.
Don't you miss this money?
No, don't get up and do that.
Yeah.
Talk to him after the show."
Right.
She wanted him to go up there and do that. You know what I'm saying? And he did it. And then he yells out, "Keep my wife's name." You should have been talking to your wife when she be messing with the young boy. Did I bring that up? I didn't mean.
Yeah, you brought that up.
Yes, I did.
Yeah,
I brought
you
it up.
did.
Open up a can of worms.
Oh, he might send for you.
Nah, he can't slap me though. I'm telling you, I'll put him in the figure four. First, I will Ric Flair him. I hit him in the eyes. You know, Ric Flair. When he do that, I'm going to the figure four. I'm going to the fig.
Man, would you write jokes for another comedian?
Yes, sir. I'm actually good at that.
What if you give somebody a joke that you're like, damn, I should have kept that for myself?
Yeah. No, I would do that. I don't know if you remember a comedian by the name of Small Fry. You remember her? Mm-hmm. Well, she used to be on the road many years ago, and I used to write for her.
Right.
She's young, and she used to look so innocent, like a little girl.
Right.
And I wrote a joke for her, and it was about. She said she was at church, and the preacher told her he was gonna pray for her, and he said, put your hands up, and he said, God got something in store for you, and she said, he didn't tell me what store it was in. Because she she didn't realize that he was talking about in a spiritual way.
Right.
She said, he didn't tell me what store it was in. And I used to write little simple, because she looked so innocent.
Right.
So she didn't need to do no hardcore jokes.
Right.
She needed to do little simple jokes. And they worked good for her in the church.
Right.
When she did the church. Because church people is the easiest people to make laugh.
Yeah.
The easiest people in the world. You can just say, Lord, woo, ah, they just scream. You know what I'm saying? But, I do a lot of church stuff too.
Right.
Yeah.
You travel with a lot. You've been on the road with Linnell. You've been on the road with some more. I love some more. Adele Givens. I don't know if Cheryl Underwood traveled tours like she once
Not
did.
as much, but she's doing the TV show. She's doing very well. But Cheryl is a monster on the stage. Yeah, she's a monster.
So I like some more. So what is it about her? What is it about her comedy that seems to be, most people say, well, it comes to female comics right now, she's where it's at?
Well, the thing with Samore, she doesn't, most female comedians bash men.
Right.
They bash them.
Right.
Talk about them sexually. She don't really go there.
Right.
She do totally different stuff. And Samore stays in her lane. You ever notice you don't hear anything about Samore doing crazy stuff.
Right.
And she stays in her lane and she stay focused. And I've been on tour
dressed
with
to the
her
nine
since,
too.
Oh yeah, I've been on tour with her since January. We just ended in May. And let me tell you, man, she's top notch.
Right.
She's top notch, man. And I've been doing Samore for years and years. And her husband keep everything in place. So she's really focused and she's really good at what she do.
What's your favorite city to tour?
Oh my God, a bunch of them. But Houston, Texas, let me tell you something, man. They come out. Houston come out, and Detroit.
Right.
Detroit, I don't care if rain, sleet, or snow. Detroit is coming out.
Right.
And one thing about Detroit, if you good, you good. If you're not, they're gonna let you know.
Right.
They're gonna let you know. But they come out. It could be a blizzard. It will sell out.
Right.
Yeah.
So what's some of the wildest stories you can tell us about being on the road?
I tell you, I was in Flint, Michigan one time, and I'm on stage. As a matter of fact, it was Valentine's weekend. It's cold, so cold. Ooh, I seen a statue with a coat on. Now that's cold.
Yeah.
When you see a statue with a coat on,
Yeah.
and it's trembling. But I was on stage. I had to do like 45 minutes to an hour, and the show's packed. And I had did like 45 minutes. I'm getting ready to wrap it up. And this dude was drunk in the front row. Oh, man, fat dude, man, you ain't funny. I said, man, actually, I'm very funny. I said, because everybody's here to see me, and it's very funny. And this dude jumps on stage. So I'm looking at the security off the stage, security this way. I'm looking, and they laugh. They laugh. I said, no, I'm going to have to handle this myself. So we jumped on stage. I said, look, now you done jumped on stage. I said, the security ain't going to do nothing. I'm going to have to handle you myself. I said, no, I can handle you. No problem. Oh, what you gonna do? By the time security came. So this dude that did the show, the promoter kept stressing that I do this after party. Right. And that's something I don't like to do. I don't do after parties. Right. Go to the hotel, pray, do what I can do. Goes to this after party. I said, I'm gonna stay about 30 minutes. And so I was telling these securities about how this dude jumped on stage. Now these boys played for Alabama, Michigan, they about 6'6", 6'10", you know what I'm saying? Right. Hands bigger. If one dude, so I'm gonna let you know right now, he coming here. We're gonna let him have it. You know what I'm saying? Right. And I said, I ain't trying to get nobody beat up. And I said, but he jumped on stage like he wanted to fight me. He said, I'm telling you, if he come in here, we got him. Man, we just sitting there talking. I'm sitting, I looks down the door. Here come the dude coming in with his 3 friends. I told the security, I said, hey man, that's the dude that was at the show that jumped on stage on me. So he said, if he say one word, I'm gonna knock him smooth out. and it was snow on the ground and everything. And the dude walked in and spotted me. He said, "Oh, here this motherfucker is right here." That's Christian. Boom! Bust him dead in the face. I'm talking about before I can even say, they just put him outside on ice. They drug him outside. He was laying in ice like this on the ground. I walked that side, I just got in the car and left. So, you know, I done seen some crazy stuff, man.
We see the health scare with Jamie. I don't know how well you know Jamie Foxx. He's got a health scare right now, dealing with some things. Hopefully, with Jamie, we'll see a speedy recovery.
Yes,
Get
sir.
back on your feet soon. What do you do? Are you afraid? I mean, we don't know what really happened, but do you? I mean, you're on the road 9 months. You're doing 3, 4, 5 shows a week.
Oh yeah.
That's something
I enjoy. It keeps me alive, and I have to give Jamie. I have to commend him for not letting everybody know what's wrong with him.
Right.
Because it's not good to let everybody know what's wrong with you. Because people talk against you, and talk is real.
Yeah.
Whatever come out your mouth is real.
Right.
So I'm
power
glad
in the tongue.
I'm glad they're keeping it closed
So
off.
am I.
Well, no one can know it. Just let them keep guessing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Just let them keep guessing. But big ups to Jamie. I used to hang with him back in the day when he used to come to the Comedy Act Theater in Atlanta. I used to take him to the hood malls. He want to go to Greenbrier.
man.
You know what I'm saying? He want to go to West End. I used to take him. But
North DeKalb.
Oh yeah. But he's big ups to him, man. He's a great guy. And I'm a fan of Jamie Foxx.
Yeah.
I really am.
He's so talented.
He turned into Ray Charles.
Yes.
I mean, when he did Ray, what like Ray would do, I think, you know what? You take the baseball team, I buy my own new uniforms.
Right.
You know, he turned into Ray. And then when he came with Django, oh my goodness.
Yeah.
I mean, Django was the best movie. And Samuel Jackson, I love Samuel.
He should have won Oscar for that.
Oh my God.
If he ain't gonna win no Oscar for that, he ain't gonna win no Oscar.
Samuel said they didn't come here for no mandingo. They come for that gal. Remember he said that?
Right, yeah.
He said, "Thank you, Stephen. You're welcome, Calvin." Yeah. And he sipped on that cognac. Remember that?
Yeah.
He said it was a snake, it would have bit me. Samuel Jackson was excellent in
great.
that movie. He was excellent.
What about food on tour? I mean, what do you when you go to the promoter? What do you tell the promoter, Bruce?
This is in my writer. Baked fish.
Baked fish.
Baked or grilled fish.
Okay.
Wild rice. Green vegetables, mixed vegetables, and corn. And we do all water. I do no soda. I hadn't drunk a soda in 20 years.
Right.
You know, and I do have Hennessy there for my guys because I don't drink.
No, there ain't gonna be no more. Just what you need to have right there.
Right here?
Yeah, that's it.
All right.
That's what you need to have right there.
Okay. But if I give them that, they'll drink it. I know they will.
Yeah, just supposed to drink
But
it.
they kill the Hennessy like it. One dude said it tastes like grape juice. I'm like, wait a minute, this Hennessy don't taste like grape juice.
This is nice and smooth. Ain't gonna give you the burn going down.
Yeah.
Yeah, that thing good.
Yeah, I stopped drinking years ago.
Did you?
Yeah, when my baby boy was born, I stopped drinking. He's 39 now.
God, dang.
And my baby girl is 37, my oldest son 42.
You got it at an early age.
I was laying it down, boy.
Yeah.
Well, oh boy, when I put the hump in my back, when I got through, the hump was in her back. I had to go do it again to get my hump back. You know what I'm talking about?
Right. So, what have you ever had a promoter you said, okay, you're gonna do this set, you're gonna 30 minutes, 45 minutes, and then the promoter try to stiff you on your
Oh my God. Man, but you hitting close to home. Let me tell you something. Did a show in Atlanta, Georgia, Civic Center. You know what the Civic Center.
Yeah, I know it is.
You've been there. And the promoter, he kind of worked me a little bit.
On Piedmont.
All right, so he wanted me to do this radio, that radio. I have no problem because I know how to do radio.
Right.
So the show is sold out. The Civic Center don't seat but like 4,500.
Right.
Sold out. So when it's time to settle, he brings the paperwork out and says, your people made a mistake on the payout. I say, impossible. I said, I'd have never been at this show tonight if they made a mistake. He looked me dead in my eyes. He said, personally, I do not think you're worth the money that they're asking. I said, really? I said, it's really funny because your shows are sold out. I said, I've been doing, the show was on a Saturday. I said, I've been doing radio all day Thursday for you and all day Friday to sell your shows out. He tried to give me less than what he
agreed to pay you.
I said, look, I'm not the man to argue with you or nothing like that. I said, but there's two things going to happen. You're going to give it to me now or you're going to give it to me later. But you're going to give it to me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I call my people and they like, Bruce, he is totally lying, everything. He ended up paying me the money later, but the crazy thing, he called back to try to book me on another show. And all money ain't good money. I said, thank you, but no thank you. I'm good. I said, I'm not worth the money, remember?
Wow.
Yeah. So I've been there. I had guys to pay me, and they said, man, there go your check right there on the table. That leaves a bad taste in my mouth. Why you didn't give it to me? And when I got it and took it to the bank, it was fake. It was a fake cashier check.
So how you get your money back?
We had to get a lawyer and get it back. We got the money back, but he could never say, hey, I gave it to him. And he left it on the table so I can get it myself.
Right.
It's all kind of slick stuff.
I don't know if you heard T.I. I haven't really heard a whole lot of T.I., but T.I., everybody know he's the king of the, he calls himself the king of the South. Mm-hmm. I love T.I. He's been on the show. How difficult is it what he's doing? He's really good at one thing and he branches off into your world. Okay.
I did the City Winery in Atlanta last year, first time. They never did comedy there, and I sold the whole show. Did 5 shows, sold them out. And T.I. came down and did some time.
Right.
And he wanted me to critique his set. And I watched him. I told him, you're good, but you're going to get better the more and more you're on stage. Mm-hmm. And he's actually doing very well.
Okay.
He's doing very well. But when it comes to rapping, T.I. the man.
Right.
Yeah, he the man.
What advice you give me? I'm thinking about trying to do a little.
Well, you need to just help me. You're my dog. I help you do anything.
Nah, man.
You don't want to do no comedy?
I thought about it. I really did.
You can. I mean, you good looking too, built too.
Ah!
Girls go like, hey, I'm dead. Because one thing I want all the young guys to know. I tell my nephew this all the time. It ain't nothing to it.
Right.
It ain't nothing to it. The women, if they like you, it's a done deal.
Right.
But if they don't like you, you're not getting it.
Right.
And I used to hear my cousin say all the time, I used to mess with her. I'd be on my bicycle. I said, ooh, you finna go get him some. She like, I don't like him like that. Now I know what she's talking about.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So we got to understand a lot of women live a life that they can't even afford.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They need a man to buy them
supplement
that. And they look good, but that's a life you got to live all the time. Shannon, when I'm out, I'm just like this, messing with my cars. I don't do no work. I got a mechanic. And
right.
My mechanic called me the supervisor. He said, you the supervisor. You know what I'm saying? But I just enjoy it, and that's where my joy comes from.
Right.
Yeah, but.
If you could go back, what would you do over again? If you could go back and say, you know what, go back to a 24-year-old Bruce.
I mean, I tell you what I did. If I go back when I was 18, I would continue to be working out and not stopping and continue and look like you, and been a model.
Now, Bruce,
been modeling underwear for Sears or maybe JCPenney.
Bruce, you might have had 10 kids.
Oh my God, yeah. And I did want the 10, but I didn't want them by that wife. Woo. Good God, I was married to the devil's little sister. Did you hear me? Good God, but
I see you got one on your finger. You married again.
Yeah.
So it didn't taint you. It didn't sour the taste in your mouth.
But you understand, I stayed divorced like 25 years.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And the one I got now, ooh, she just fashion. Ooh, I like this. Ooh, everywhere she go. Ooh, she see clothes. Ooh, I see you. Ooh again. I'm gonna hit you right in the mouth. Ooh, we be in the mall. Ooh, Lord, like everything,
right.
Like everything. But don't want to pay for nothing.
Right.
Oh, she get to that counter and move right to the right. She sit up there and slide to the right. I said, you need to slide right back to the left. I ain't playing. But
So how was it raising 3 kids?
Well, it was the best thing I ever did in my life because I was young and my kids was young.
Right.
And I always was with my kids.
Right.
So it's almost like I was raising my sisters and my brother.
Right.
But I kept disciplining them. But I didn't let anybody keep my kids. If it was my mama, her mama, me or her, nobody could keep them.
Right.
You say something to my kid, they'll look at you like you crazy. They'll speak, but let me hold that baby. And I know. They knew not to go nobody. And I didn't trust church members because church members don't tell you everything.
Right.
Because they keep crazy people at their house that you never see the Easter.
Right.
You ain't got a son that's probably 36 years old with some baby shoes on. And he got a living room table Bible Easter Sunday. Hey, my name Junior. You be like, who is that? Where have he been? And you look at him like, I told you, he's somebody crazy in the basement. So church members don't tell you everything.
Right.
And you can't not leave your kids with everybody, man.
Right.
And I just refused to do it, man. And I used to be in a holiness church,
Right.
And the preacher, we was all close. And, man, I want you to come to church. I say, well, it's either me or her. I'm not letting nobody keep my kids.
Right.
You know, and it took him a long time to understand that, but I didn't trust nobody.
Right.
You know, I ain't want nobody. And my kids are great kids, man. My daughter's one of the best mothers I've ever seen. She got 3 kids, and her kids are super smart. And she's just a great mother. And I tell her that because we're so quick to bash our children, right? Do something stupid. You're so stupid. And I'll be like, I call her one night. I just called to tell you, son. She said, what's up, Daddy? I said, you know, you're the best mother I've ever seen. And she almost went in tears. She said, thank you, Daddy. Because you have to let people know.
Right.
You know, whether it's good or bad, you have to let them know. And she does a great job with kids, man.
Sports. You did the Shaq All-Star comedy. You like roasting athletes. You like roasting famous people.
I do, man. You know, and I like Shaq, man, but I like him because Shaq has a good sense of humor himself.
Yes.
And he's like a big kid. And the most thing I like about Shaq, he will help anybody.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And he's able to do it, but he don't mind doing it.
Right.
You know, I seen him ask a little boy, he said, you want that bicycle? He was in Walmart. And the little boy said, yeah. He said, now go ask your mama, can you have it? And the little boy, he said, this guy want to buy it. He said, he can get it if he want to. You know what I'm saying? Right. I love it about him, man. Right. He's just good person, and he gonna last forever. Yeah. I mean, whenever you give, right, whenever you give, you're gonna get it back. Right. You're gonna get it back.
You and I were talking off camera about Freaknik.
Freaknik.
You know the documentary, it's supposed to be a documentary coming out about Freaknik. What is your recollection of Freaknik?
I've seen it all, man. But, you know, I don't know why these mothers going to be so ashamed of what they did when they was younger. That's in your past. Right. You know what I'm saying? But I know some of them did some crazy. Let me tell you, Freaknik was so crazy, Shannon. I used to see girls on the back of a pickup truck. This guy had a pickup truck. He had 3 girls on the back. They had on long T-shirts with no underwear, no bra. Mm-hmm. Okay. Quite natural dudes say, hey, man, some girls on pickup truck with no drawers on, you know. And everybody got their cameras, and they was at the red light because it's packed. The streets are packed.
Jam-packed.
You can't get them. Dude, he got his video camera. He say, hey, baby, you know, you ain't got no panties on. Let me see that thing. You know what I'm saying? She's like, I don't know you like that. And then they on the back of the pickup truck. Right. He's standing on, and he said, just let me see. He said, you ain't got no drawers. Let me see. You got it. You must want to show it, you know. Well, all right. She kind of showed a little bit, something like that.
What was your favorite club in the 90s?
Oh, my goodness. I didn't do too much clubbing, but, you know, I used to run a club called Club 559. And
2 bullet minimum.
Oh, my God. You know, we you know.
What about Crow's Nest?
You know, Crow's Nest was a joy, man. Old school Crow's Nest. And I knew
112?
112. 112. You don't remember Cisco's and Marco's, do you?
No, I don't.
Okay. No. Club 720. Club Illusions.
Yeah,
on Campus Road.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You talking about good clubs, man. But I didn't do too much clubbing, but I was in them. You know, I was in them.
Right.
And the club in Atlanta scene was just, but 559 was the joint. Oh my God. You know, we have this capacity with like 800 people, you know. We got 2,500 now, you know. You can't dance, you know, Joker's moving like this. You know? So the fire chief will come in, you know, with his ticket book hidden on the side of his pants. Hey, Bruce, how many do you think you got in there? I say, I think about 800. You know, I said, but we let 5 in and 5 out. Every time 5 come out, we let 5 in. We got 2,500 people in there, you know. So I say, look, I said, you hungry? You know what I'm saying? Right. He said, well, yeah, I could eat some chicken wings or something. So I give my girl to fix some lemon pepper with some fries and a beer. And I'm going to tell you how, I don't want nobody to take this, but this is how we used to do our business. And we get in the office, and I had an owner, and I say, hey, man, did you ever send that money to that church that we supposed to sponsor? He said, no, I didn't send it. I said, what church you go to? This is why I asked the fire chief. He said, I go to First Baptist Church of Roswell. I said, well, look, we were going to give $5,000 to this church for the choir to get some robes and stuff like that. I said, well, I just write the check and you just put the name of your church on there. Every time the check come back, his name was on it. But he knew what I was doing. Right. Because he could have wrote me a check for $50,000 that I had to pay. Right. But he hit me like every 3 months. Bruce, how many you think you got in there? He looked, I said, I don't know, about 800. It ain't that many. You know what I'm saying? But I knew I knew the game to play. And he'd always say, that's a good man right there. Yeah. Because I knew what I was doing. Yeah. But you had to play the game.
Man, what's that club on Ponce?
Ponce Leon. Was it I remember
it's a strip club.
Was it strip club or was it Dugan's?
No, not Dugan's. Dugan's where you got the wings.
Yeah, the wings.
Walk down the back. You know where the old women be there.
On Ponce Leon?
Yeah, on Ponce.
Wow.
I can't think it's right on the tip of my tongue. Because we know we got the famous ones. You know you got Magic.
You
got Blue Flame.
You
got Strokers.
Yeah,
you got Nicky's. Nicky's on Ella Street.
Yeah.
You got Body Tap.
Yeah.
You got Follies. You got Pink Pony. You got Cheetah. Man, what's the name of that?
Was it Gentleman Club?
Nah, the Gentleman. But they got like a 80-year-old in there.
Stripping?
Yeah.
She ain't got no cane, do she?
You got no teeth either.
Ain't got no teeth. That's my kind of girl right there. Yeah.
Man.
Oh, Ponce Leon.
Yes. Google that right quick for me, CJ.
You don't mind, do you, CJ?
Oh, you said the name of
I can't. It's on Ponce.
Ponce Leon.
Gentleman Club on Ponce. Yeah. You know what I'm talking about, don't you? He know exactly what I'm talking about. He done been there. I've been there too. I had to see him. I had to. Claremont Lounge.
Claremont. Now, see, you
know what I'm talking about.
He ain't never told me that.
Yes, you heard what he said to me. He whispered to CJ. Like, he didn't want you to hear Bruce.
Like a church me at Claremont Lounge over there.
It used to be a whole hotel. The Claremont.
He whispered it.
Yeah.
Me and him got to talk with me. He ain't never told me that, man.
Bruce, you are real popular with the rappers.
Yeah.
Too Short put you in a song. Remember Magic City before Freaknik, before Police started.
Yeah.
Get all weak. All the big girls get loose with it. All the skinny girls let Bruce
hit it. Yes, sir.
Biggie had a song.
Hypnotized. He said, Bruce, who do something to us? Talk goes through us. Girls want to do us, screw us. Who? Me, Poppy, and Puff. That was Biggie. Rest in peace. Man.
Yeah.
And I met him in Jacksonville, Florida.
Right.
And I was on stage messing with the crowd as usual. And he said, this dude is funny, man. This dude is funny.
Right.
And he told me, so I'm going to put you down. And, you don't think nothing of it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And we hear the song, and it was Biggie.
Why have you become such a cultural hit with the rappers?
Because people love me. And then I know them. And I'm friends with, like, Outkast. Outkast, Let me tell you, Outkast put me on the map. If I tell anybody anything different, I'd be lying. When we did So Fresh and So Clean,
right.
I did a video with them.
Right.
And I'm going across stage with the lavender suit on and everything, not knowing what this video is going to do for me. But when they called me for the video, my manager's like, how much are we going to charge them? I said, absolutely nothing. He said, why? I said, because first of all, I know them. Right. I said, second of all, they're hot. They're going to show this video every day for the next 6 months, 10 times a day.
Right.
I said, trust me when I tell you, we're going to get paid. Probably not up front, but on the back end, we're going to get paid. And when I did that for Outkast, it was the best thing I ever could have did. Then I ended up, by me not charging them, I did a movie with them called Who's Your Caddy? Idlewild was first, and then I did Idlewild. And Who's Your Caddy? And they put me on the map again,
right?
Which was great. And I met great people. I never forget when I met Mr. James Avery that played the Fresh Prince. Right. Uncle on but one of the best guys I ever met in my entire life. Friendly. Right. And we just kicked it off so good. We was joking the whole time. But Outkast, big up to them. If they do a Who's Your Caddy too, I want to be there. Yeah, I want to be there.
You got anything you want to promote? You got a tour coming up? You got a drink?
Hey, look, I didn't want the church members to know anything about the stripping thing. I'm thinking about going back at it. So if you see me out there, I'm letting you know your butt gonna be out there. But no, the whole month of just go on Bruce. My Instagram, Twitter, Facebook is at my Bruce, at my Bruce. And tell me your likes and your dislikes, because if it's something you dislike, I can fix it.
Bruce,
love and
appreciate
respect.
it.
Thank you, man.
Thanks for your time.
All my life, been grinding all my life. Sacrifice, hustle paid the price. Want a slice, got to roll the dice, that's why. All my life, I've been grinding all my life. Look, all my life, been grinding all my life. Sacrifice, hustle paid the price. Want a slice, got to roll the dice, that's why. All my life, I've been grinding all my life.